What if you could get a message from someone who's seen it all? Someone standing right at the very end of their life, looking back with just absolute clarity. Well, today, that's what we're doing. We're unpacking an urgent piece of wisdom from a 92-year-old man who has nothing left to lose and one final crucial thing he needs to tell us.
So this is the guy we're talking about. He's outlived his wife, his friends, his enemies. Heck, he's even outlived the part of himself that cared what anybody else thought. He's speaking from a place of raw, unfiltered truth, a perspective that very, very few of us ever get to see.
And look, he's not here to make us feel all warm and fuzzy. There are no comforting platitudes. His message is a direct, challenging diagnosis of how we live our lives. And it's aimed squarely at us, the people, as he puts it, who are still back at the party. And there it is. Just a gut punch of a statement. It's personal, it's direct, and it's the foundation for everything else he's about to share. So, okay, let's dive in and really unpack what this lie actually is. All right, the first part of his message is a warning, and it's all about our deeply, deeply flawed relationship with our most precious, non-renewable resource, our time. He calls this the great delusion. You know the feeling, right? That comfortable belief that tomorrow is guaranteed, that you've got this endless bank account full of days to spend. He says we treat our days like they're cheap, but his message is blunt. You're actually broke. And that's really the core of the whole problem. We all know we're going to die. I mean, of course we do, but it's an abstract concept, right? It's something for the distant future. We don't live with the visceral reality of it. We don't feel that cold steel against our neck. And because of that, we make choices as if our time is infinite. To make this delusion painfully real, our narrator tells a story about his best friend, a man who perfectly and tragically embodied this exact mistake, a man named Jack. So picture this. Jack's laying out his plan over drinks one night. He's smart, he's successful, he's got it all figured out. Just 5 more years of grinding it out, and then he'd start living his real life. Traveling, painting, finally enjoying himself. I mean, does that sound familiar to anyone else? That 5-year plan, that carefully constructed roadmap to future happiness, it was erased in just 3 days. A massive heart attack at 42. He never got to see Italy, he never painted a single canvas. And you know what the cruelest part is? The world didn't even blink. His urgent emails, his booked-up calendar, it all became completely meaningless in an instant. The system he worked so hard for just moved on without skipping a beat, proving just how impersonal it all really was. So, the crucial point is this. The tragedy wasn't that Jack died. We all die. The real tragedy, the thing our narrator can't get over, is that Jack never truly lived. He spent his entire life in a cosmic waiting room for a better future that just never showed up. So why do so many of us end up just like Jack? Well, the narrator argues it's because this delusion is constantly reinforced by the things we're all taught to chase. He calls them hollow victories, the very traps that keep us stuck in life's waiting room. The first trap? Materialism, the obsession with just accumulating more stuff. His verdict on this is simple and brutal. It's all just future trash. The second trap is careerism, worshiping at the altar of your job. And his warning here is just as stark. Your career is a transaction. It cannot and it will not love you back. And he shares this really personal story to drive the point home. He once won this prestigious award. The applause faded. The trophy is now lost in a box somewhere in his attic. But the memory of neglecting his family for that piece of glass, that's permanent. That's what haunts him. So, when it's all said and done, what's the only wealth that actually matters? It's not the trophies or the toys. It's the connections you made, the love you gave away, the moments of just genuine human experience. Those are the only things you actually get to keep at the end. All right, so after diagnosing the problem and pointing out all the traps, he finally offers a solution. And it's a direct, no-nonsense prescription for how to break free from this delusion and actually start living. A key tool in his strategy is this powerful mental model he borrowed from Stoic philosophy. And the idea is simple, but really profound. Constantly remind yourself that any given moment could be the last time you experience it, the last time you hug someone, the last time you taste coffee. It's not about being morbid, it's about forcing you into the present moment. So here it is, his 3-step strategy.
First, kill your ego. Stop being paralyzed by the fear of what other people think of you. He promises nobody is paying that much attention. Second, practice the last time to fill every moment with meaning. And third, and this is the most crucial step of all, wake up.
And waking up isn't some big mystical process. It's about taking small, concrete actions. It's about feeling the world around you instead of just numbing yourself by scrolling through a phone. It's about choosing connection over resentment and love over pride. Ultimately, it's about making the choice to not be like Jack. And this is the final stark choice that he lays out for us. We can exist, just passively moving through our days, playing it safe, staying comfortable until our time runs out. Or we can choose to truly live with all the risk and all the vulnerability and all the beauty that comes with it. And so we're left with this one question, a question that just echoes long after his message is over. That sound you hear? It's the sound of your one precious life running out. His final plea from the very edge is a challenge to every single one of us. Don't let it run out empty.